Yo, what it is, what it does. It's your man Nino, and you know what it is. I'm here with hiphopgame.com. Shout out to my man Culture 6. Shout out to my man D. Jekyll. We get it in all day, every day. Real hip-hop. You know what it is. Yerb. Culture 6, you know what I'm saying? This is where that real hip-hop is.
And you are now checking out Culture 6 Experience.
Check this out, man. It's the H9C.
What up, man? This is Ghost.
This is Rapping Opposite. Big shout out to Culture 6.
To the main event.
Yo, what's going on, homie?
Ain't shit, a lot of people here on my Blog TV channel bigging you up.
No doubt, man.
So I have to do my daily Joe Budden. You know what I mean?
Do me a favor, talk a little bit about free music. You got to put out so much free music to build your brand, to put it out. Talk about how much, free music people have to put out, and is it good for the artist? Is it bad for the artist?
I think that, I did a song called Fuck the Rap Game, and I said on the record, I was talking about people who complain about rap. They have the power to control things, such as DJs, such as people who run websites, and all they do is contribute to what they complain about. Meaning, if you run a blog, and you're like, you know what, the current state of hip-hop sucks, so if you get 50 songs that are whack in your email, don't post it on your blog. So no matter who the rapper is, if you think he's gonna, I'm not gonna shout nobody out and put somebody out there, but if you think rapper such and such is whack, and you think he's a fad or gimmick, there's no reason to put him on your website unless you get him payola for it. And nobody's putting a gun in your head to play such and such who you can't stand. So I feel like everybody's just trying to follow, what's going on right now. And Wayne put this out there. This is a Wayne thing. 50 put the mixtapes into the forefront, and everybody wanted to do a mixtape thing. Kanye put the soul sample on the beats and spread the vocal samples up, and everybody wanted to follow that. Lil Wayne oversaturated with the music, which is what he did. And now everybody, in a sense, wants to emulate it, and they feel like they have to. Because Wayne just flooded the game to where every fucking mixtape that dropped, he had 3 or 4 tracks on it because he was consistently dropping. DJs were like, damn, it's a good thing for you to do, but I think sometimes you can oversaturate it. And, for example, I love Papoose. I like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he put out so many mixtapes. It was to me, it was so hard. People wanted that album, and if that doesn't come out, in a sense, people get discouraged. And now I know people who are like, man, you know what? Man, I don't even want the album. They're so frustrated. That's not Pap's fault. But at the end of the day, people are just frustrated with that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel sometimes you can't put out too much music, and in a sense, waste all your bullets. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a gift and a curse, man. It can help somebody out like Lil Wayne, but it can hurt somebody out like me. You know what I'm saying? Or Papoose. It can hurt me and Pap. It can hurt Sidon. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, you got to be methodical with it, depending on what type of artist you are.
Well,
and real quick, let me say this before people create bullshit. Not shots fired at Pap. Pap is along the line. If I was in Papoose's situation, we're the type of MCs that, had I done what Pap did, I would be receiving the same criticism he's receiving. So that to me is not dissing him, it's a testament to that. So I don't want to make it look like it's a diss at all, you know what I mean?
No, I hear you 100%. So then, you're spending all this work trying to put together the mixtape, but it's not easy, reaching out to artists for features, reaching out to producers, going and recording, mixing, it ain't easy, it ain't cheap, it takes time. 80% of people who listen are just gonna download it off Zshare or LimeWire or something.
Right.
Is it frustrating that you gotta put all that time and effort into something that's free, or do you just think that's part of the marketing and you enjoying the music? What's the mindset?
I'm told scriptures, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that. I got Joe Budden, Style T, Cudi Rap, Grab, Joel T, Saigon, Crooked. I got every major artist you could think of. I put that from Focus, Graham Jones, and I went in with bars, put 40 bar verses, some verses, cause of influence for the concept story, 80 bars. You think I wanted to just give that out for free? I put blood, sweat, and tears, and I worked my ass off for that. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's how the game is, and I adapted. And I said, you know what? I can't sell this, so I have to establish an awareness and let people know who I am. So I put the tape out, gave it away for free because I wanted people to know what I was. Did the same thing with the Marksman to let them know what I was. And in a sense, I'll continue to do it, just not at a crazy rate. Just like I said, to waste out my bullets. I don't want to waste all my bullets. And then Untold Scriptures 2 will be the first retail project I put out, whether it's through my distribution outlets or not.
Alright, why don't you talk a little bit about this whole new breed of MC that seems to be out there. Like, you got Drake, J. Cole, Kid Cudi, 88 Keys, Wale. They all kind of doing this different kind of music. Is something like that good for hip hop, or is something like that not really hip hop?
I tell you what's not good for hip hop, the hype machine. You know, sometimes these days people are told who to like and feel like they have to try to like that person because that's all that's being pushed onto them. You know, so for example, Drake. You know, my man didn't like Drake when we first heard him. You know, I mean, I'm not even trying to name Drake, but let's just say Cudi and Drake, all these dudes. My man just, in the beginning, doesn't like these guys, but they continue to try to listen to them because there's so much being pushed onto them by the outlets, the radio, the people, the industry, and it's almost like, damn, is something wrong with me? So, like, for example, I posted up a Twitter about an artist in particular, rapper A, whatever. He's kind of buzzing, whatever, and when I put it up, I said, yeah, I don't think he's worth the hype. Some kid responded to me on Twitter like, damn, thanks a lot. I kept trying to get into him because I thought I was crazy. That's what's fucked up with hip-hop.
Right.
He tried to get into him. He tried to really like this art. You know, now, you know what I'm saying? Like, if tomorrow Jay-Z signs me or Kanye signs me and Eminem is like, yo, Nino's that dude, everyone who was doubting for a little bit was going to come out and be like, I knew it all along. And that's unfortunate because that's the current state of the game. The game is full of a bunch of dick riders.
Slaughterhouse. What happened with the whole situation? It was on the Slaughterhouse record. Next time I blinked, there was only 4 people in the group. What had happened with that? Wasn't you one of the people that really put that thing together?
They have similar stories. It made so much sense for them to want to do it themselves. They all were signed to majors. They all got fucked up by the machine somehow, some way. You know, they all rebellious to that, and they all took different outlets and built a solo career using the machine. The machine, in a sense, provided them gave the fans awareness of who they were. Then they went around the other way, and then they went the other route, whether it was internet, whether it was mixtapes, whether it was, you know, whatever it was, and then they got hot on their own. You know, Joel didn't need Dre to get him hot. Cox's album, he was good. Joe got fucked over by Def Jam, he went right to the internet. He was fuck this. Crooked Eye, you know, had his issues with Virgin and Interscope and Death Row and so on and so forth. And he like, fuck this, he put on a freestyle a week for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Royce, who, you know, he got his own issues, and he kept putting out mixtapes and kept putting out projects, independent albums after this whole situation with, I think it was MCA. So I don't have that story. I don't have that. So it made much more sense for them to do that. For those 4 to be involved and not me. On that record alone, I was the outcast. So I was on the record because, yeah, I was part of the beginning of the idea. It was supposed to be me and Joe on the record. Then it turned into Crooked Eye, which I was doing a mixtape with him. Then it turned into Joe going, I want to call Joel. Then it turned to Joe going, wait, what if I call Royce? This would be mega huge. Then boom, the song came out, everybody had the hype, and then when it came together to put in the group together, it just made sense for them 4 to be in it. And that's something that I admitted at that time. And I was like, this just makes a lot of sense. And there's no bitterness. Me and Joe are extra cool. You know, we might snap jokes on each other on Twitter. He's doing a record with me now. I'm mad cool with Crooked. I'm mad cool with Royce. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that I was a part of the song. That I was a part of history. I really am. I'm thrilled. You know what I'm saying? I'm thrilled with the song. Every time I hear Slaughterhouse, I haven't heard it for like 2 months, 3 months. That shit comes on in the car. I get this energy. Like Tony Touch was playing all the records on his radio show.
Right.
I was bumping 345 because Touch shows me love a lot on the show. When that record came on, it just gave me a certain vibe. Not just because I was on a record. You know what I'm saying? And at one point I was tired of the record, but that song always gives me that vibe. It's an energy. It's like the beginning.
Were you the one that brought Crooked Eye to Joe Budden?
Nah, Joe didn't really know about Crooked like that. Joe didn't even know Crooked as a person, nor as an artist like that. He wasn't the biggest Crooked Eye believer because he hadn't heard him. So I told him we were debating some shit, and he mentioned something about Crooked Eye. He didn't diss him, but he, you know, kind of in a sense like doubting, like, I don't know about that type shit. And I said, are you serious? Like, Crooked Eye can out-rap everybody you just mentioned to me. And he mentioned a lot of people. And I said, you got your fucking mind. And he was like, what? So I sent him like 2 or 3 Crooked Eye joints. I sent him the Crooked Eye Dynasty freestyle from Hip Hop Weekly and a couple of other ones. And this was maybe like in around May. So this was way before the record. And he was like, wow, you know, you're right. Dude is actually mega nice. You know, he sat there and admitted it. Because whoever hears Crooked Eye and go, yo, that guy can't rap, needs to fucking shoot themselves in the head. They're fucking lying. Either that or they have a fucking horrible taste in rap. You can hear Crooked Eye and go, that ain't my type of shit. I'd rather listen to some fucking self-conscious, backpacking motherfucker talking about his first love. I don't want to hear that raw rap. You know, maybe he's not your type of shit, but yeah, that's basically what it was. I plugged Crooked Eye with Joe, gave Joe the awareness of who Crooked was, and then, you know, when the Slaughterhouse came about, he he already thought Crooked was dope because of that prior, or of the situation I just told you now. And then he was like, I was doing a whole mixtape with Crooked Eye, which we're still doing. And then he was like, yo, does Crooked Eye go work fast? And I said, yeah, Crooked Eye is real fast. He's like, well, if he can hand it in within this time frame, let's get him on it. Crooked Eye is the only rapper that I've ever come across that if you ask him to do something and he fucks with you, he'll give you a time frame and knock it out 2 days before that.
Yeah.
Like I had Crooked Eye one time for 2 verses, and I said, pick whichever one you like best. Son sent me back both of them. He was like, just pick whichever one you like. So Crooked is just a great, a workaholic, and his work ethical, man.